This is a CGI trailer of Star Atlas, an NFT game that is currently under development, or so it seems, and at first I was intrigued by it, I'm not gonna lie, I was quite excited, and then eventually after doing some research and getting to see more media from their official content, I decided to change my mind. I thought, yeah, this is probably another NFT scam. And then, eventually, I changed my mind again, and now I think that their creators are just pretty bad at what they are doing, and I will tell you why in today's video. And to me, the first red flag is already here when you enter the front page of Star Atlas here, staratlas.com, and that's where you look at the description of the game. They call that here a grand strategy game of space exploration, territorial conquest, political domination, and more. And when you look at what is a grand strategy game of space exploration, well, you think of games like Stellaris, for example, one of the all-time classics and the all-time greats, developed by, of course, Paradox Interactive. And these games are, strategy games that you don't play from first perspective, but more with a larger map here, and you can see some battles, but you control each of your units, but you don't pilot individual ships. These are space sim games. I'm thinking of another game here, of course, Galactic Civilizations from Stardock Entertainment. I made a video about it a couple of weeks ago, by the way, about Galactic Civilizations 4, and it's the same principle. You got a bigger map here, and it's basically a game of conquest, but you do also have some ships that you can create or that you can get from each factions, but you do not control the ships individually. You do not fly them. You just tell them where to go. But it doesn't seem like this is the route or the road that Star Atlas are taking, because when Star Atlas are showing some of their gameplay here, this is from the Spaceflight Modular Sneak Peek from July 28th. Well, this is what it looks like, and that is not the gameplay from a grand strategy game. This is the gameplay from a space sim, very similar to the Arena Commander mode that you have in Star Citizen. There's another in-game pre-alpha footage here with a ship that is entering a hangar, again pretty similar to what Star Citizen are doing themselves. And Star Citizen is not a grand strategy game, it is a space sim, so that's already very weird out there. When you look at their front page here, that they got the genre of their game wrong, I think that it speaks volume for what you're going to be seeing later. A lot of people have said that they think that the developers are not really gamers and that they don't know much about video games, and already when I see things like that, this is also something that I believe. But to back those allegations, well, we can have a look at the team perhaps and see who is doing what in Star Atlas. So we're going to check it out here, and you're going to have a list here of the people who are working on the project. So first, let's have a look at who Michael Wagner is. And well, obviously here looks like, yeah, he's one of the co-founders of Star Atlas from August 2020 until now. But let's have a look at what he did before. Did he work in the video game industry before? Well, Multi-Chain Ventures, Block Drop Inc. So all of these here seem to be, legal and blockchain as well. Digital Asset Holdings, so probably more blockchain or more crypto before. And that's basically it. No background in video gaming at all. So that is his first video gaming project. Next, we have another team member here, and this time it's going to be Danny Floyd, who is the Chief Product Officer. So let's have a look here at Daniel Floyd. He does have a little bit of gaming experience here, art director at 1047 Game. He was a senior UX designer for Chain before. That seems a little bit smoky over here, and that's basically it. Oh, he was also a computer artist at Electronic Art for quite some time when it comes to character art, animation, environments. So maybe that is the guy who is working on maybe the technical side of the game itself and not the cryptos. But let's have a look at the game he worked on when he was at 1047, and that game is Splitgate. Now, Splitgate is a free-to-play, fast-paced multiplayer shooter that features player-controlled portals. This sci-fi shooter takes FPS genre to a whole new dimension with its portal mechanics, delivering high-flying, multi-dimensional combat. So there's a little bit of space environment here, but I mean, it looks very cartoonish, very free-to-play indeed, and I really hope that this is not how Star Atlas is going to be looking like. Otherwise, we're in for disappointment. But again, wouldn't be that much of a of a surprise, given that it's an NFT game, and this is pretty much so far how every NFT games have been looking until recently. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be getting some inspiration from his work at Splitgate for Star Atlas. Next, we have somebody else here. Jake Floyd here. This is a GitHub, so it's not going to give us any information, but we've got the Chief Revenue Officer. So I suppose it's going to be the marketing guy, Pablo Kigora. So let's have a look at what he does here. And, well, let's go down here. Star Atlas, he founded Fuel Elixir Labs. I have no idea of what this is. He was a chief revenue officer, SAP of Rise, so more into marketing and not necessarily into gaming. So when it comes to creating the game, it seems like there's only one person so far in their team, and that is this Daniel Floyd right here. So not very reassuring when you look at the team already. They do have some open positions though, so it does seem like they're hiring people as well. Let's have a look at the people that they are hiring right here. They are hiring senior product designer, game system designer, lighting artist, VFX artist, game economy analyst, senior web developer, blockchain customer service, DAC relations manager, influence manager. Oh yeah, they definitely need that. All of these, by the way, interesting. Did you notice that all of these jobs here are remote? Now, it might not mean anything, but it could also mean that they don't have an office. And if we've learned something from our experience at Star Citizen, when Star Citizen was working remotely and not in their offices, they were much slower, they were not very effective at creating the game, and the time, during the pandemic when they were working from home was actually not very productive. And we had a lot of bugs and delays, and overall it did not bring anything good. So that is, in my opinion, another red flag that everything is being done remotely. And this is something that we've seen in their content as well, because when we look at all of their videos right here, and we're going to have a look at them, everything seems to be done at home. The realization is terrible, the sound is terrible, and they have no background, or especially when it comes to their host, their video host, absolutely no background, terrible sound. And if this is how they are presenting their project, we can only imagine how they are actually building their game. So we are first going to have a look at this video here, which is called Star Atlas Galactic Marketplace 2.0, which is where they introduced how players are going to be, people are going to be buying their NFT ships. And you're going to see here, at least we got a background, but the sound is absolutely terrible. And not just the sound, but the script itself. I will let the footage speak for itself.
And I've got lots of details to share about our latest release, the Galactic Marketplace 2.0, including some of the things you're going to learn.
And yes, guys, this is actually at maximum. The sound is at maximum. I cannot go any louder.
And we're always looking for ways to improve. That's why we've had
Yeah, they're looking for ways to improve. There is a lot to improve indeed, yes. And it's not just that, it's also the script itself. Let's have a look here at some of the terrible things that they're saying. So, for example, let's have a look here.
Michael, are you smiling just thinking about it?
Yeah, I feel really excited about the underlying mechanics of the new marketplace. For example, instead of trading on Serum with a matching order book, players are going to have the ability to buy and sell the
He is totally reading the script, and it doesn't seem genuine at all. That's so terrible what we're looking at here. And so this video, which is a cluster F of pretty much everything that you shouldn't do when you are working as a professional marketing team, finishes with this, guys. Again, we're talking about what's supposed to be a video game, but it's actually an NFT video game where people are buying and selling NFTs and trying to make some profits, I suppose. That's not where they're focusing. And we'll be talking about also how to play the game according to their website. But let's have a look at this, what this person here, Ashley, is saying.
Easy. All you have to do is head to the link below. If you have any questions about your current open orders or anything else, head over to our Medium article. Or
yeah, they're focusing a lot about how to sell stuff.
Until
Look at
next
that.
time, happy shopping and power to the people.
What the hell? What the hell is that? And this is something that they've been focusing on a lot of their content here. Power to the people. What does that even mean? How about you give us a game first, and then we can do some happy shopping in the game? What does that even mean, happy shopping? Which really shows what their priorities are, is grabbing our cash and then, doing whatever they can around it, some, small in-game modules, or even web-based modules that we're going to see later. But even those are of poor quality. The ships are not properly inspired. Inspiration is obviously coming from other games. We'll talk about that also right now. Because, I don't want to say that Star Atlas is a scam, but there are a few shady things around the project nevertheless. And the first one, I think here, that is very, if what we've seen before was not shady already. But here, this is already quite shady. We have the Play Now button, and anyone who may see this button may think, oh wow, it's playable right now. Yes, I want to play. So let's click and let's see what's going on there. And when I click on Play Now, I'm looking for a game, but there is no game at all. We've got an overview of what is available. So we got, posters. We can buy posters for 150 USDC, which is the equivalent of $150 or $50, guys. They are literally selling virtual JPEGs for $500 that are never going to be more than JPEGs. It's incredible. Or we can get some ships here, I suppose. So let's have a look here at what is already available. So we can select a faction here. No, we can't click on anything, unfortunately. Ship configuration coming soon. All of this here is coming soon, but how soon is that going to be? We've seen with Star Citizen that coming soon can sometimes take over a decade. So I suppose that maybe if we go to ships, perhaps, or faction fleet, perhaps we can already get some vehicles. But no, we have to connect our virtual wallet over there, and this is going to be taking us to an NFT shop, unfortunately. So obviously, as you can see here already, there is no game, but they do have some spaceship, at least virtual, or at least picture spaceships in the forms of JPEGs, and we're gonna check them out here. Alright, so this is coming from a video coming from a showroom Unreal Engine 5 gameplay video. There's absolutely no gameplay here. Again, this is just an in-engine demo showing us the possibility of the Unreal Engine 5, but nothing about the game itself. However, we do have some interfaces showing up some looks of the ships. And this is where I believe the team at Star Atlas is going to be in trouble, because this ship right here looks exactly like the Blade from Star Citizen. And according to multiple sources that I have, apparently it does seem, and take this with a pinch of salt, guys, nothing is confirmed, these are just rumors, but I've heard from multiple sources that the legal team at Cloud Imperium Games are really looking into that design to see if they can sue Star Atlas or not because of copyright infringements. We're looking really here at designs that look very similar, and again, any team that would be professional would have made an effort to make sure that the ship that they are making, the intellectual property that they are trying to create, do not copy what other intellectual properties are doing or having, what other games are doing. That is rule 101. When you are creating some content, when you are professional, you have to make sure that what you're doing is original and not a ripoff of something that already exists. We have seen other companies suing other companies for less than that, and I wouldn't be surprised if those rumors really happen to be true. And in my opinion, this confirms that these people are actually not professional, or at least that these people don't know much about the gaming industry itself. And another example here would be this video right here called Star Atlas iBuyPower Tech Store interview with Miguel Moorcraft. And he is basically selling us some kind of PC case, I believe, with some headsets as well. And here in this particular video, he is actually making a very interesting statement that you guys absolutely need to hear.
It has to be the PC case. I mean, I've never built a PC before, but this case looks so cool. It's the best case to build my first PC with.
So, did you hear that? By the way, the sound was being terrible again. He did say, The guy is selling a PC case, is promoting a PC case, and saying he has never built a PC before, but if I would build a PC, I would build it. How unconvincing is that? Bring us a professional, bring us a pro gamer, pay a pro gamer for one day to record a video and promote that, or make a sponsor video. Don't bring in this guy who knows nothing about building a PC when it comes to actually promoting content or selling merchandise that's going to help people build a PC. It doesn't make any sense. But the worst, in my opinion, is perhaps this video right here, Star Atlas, introducing Star Atlas DAO interview with Michael Wagner, who, again, is the CEO of Star Atlas. And here, this is basically, I think that they were talking about some kind of blockchain technology for the game. And this really highlights where the problem is. And again, it also highlights the problem is that these people who are creating or attempting to create this game are not gamers. They are financiers. They are crypto traders or specialized in cryptocurrencies and NFTs, but they are not video game makers. They're not video game producers. Perhaps they're not even gamers at all. And I was watching this video, which is 6 minutes long, and I am just a regular guy. I have my daily job. I do video games as a passion. I create video game content, and I did not understand anything that he was saying. And worst of all, because I did not understand anything that they were saying, I kind of felt alienated by all these jargon of NFTs and finance that really had nothing, that I really had no idea about. And this is really, in my opinion, where the game, or at least their project, is going to fail. They are not speaking to gamers. These people are not gamers, and they are not speaking to gamers. These people are crypto enthusiasts who are talking to crypto enthusiasts. And this is where I believe that this project is dangerous for anyone like me, and anyone perhaps like you too, who is just a gaming enthusiast and is interested in playing a game, because I don't think that there's ever going to be a game. What's going to happen is they're going to see that the crypto market is not going to recover, or perhaps it will fall further. Already, the cryptocurrencies are much lower right now than when they started their projects, so they perhaps lost money or did not make as much money as they had intended. Perhaps they could explain why they don't even have an office, for example. And so that's why I believe that eventually, at some point, if the project is going to become vaporware, they will abandon it. They will sell it to another studio that will try to do something out of it, or they will just leave it as it is. Which, some people will have make money. The early investors who would have bought the ships at a low price and then sold it at a higher price when cryptos were high will have made money, but anyone who would have entered later would have lost money, because the value of these NFTs for that particular project is going to be going down, and is going to be down further more and more. But this really is worrisome in my opinion. They're just not gamers, and they're not talking to gamers. And having a T-shirt that looks like a gamer's T-shirt does not make you a gamer, Mr. Wagner. And to back what I'm saying here, and I think this is where I'm going to be concluding this video, we are going to have a look at their official roadmap, because yes, they do have a roadmap right here, and this is where we are currently at, phase 1 current, at least that's what they're saying. And we got their thing here, the DAO, whatever it is, metaverse usernames. They're not even doing there. It's not even live. They're still in discovery phase. They have ship mission tier 0. Enter endless ships you own to your faction's fleet. Keep your ships supplied with fuel. Yeah, but the problem is that this is not even in game. All of that is all of that is in the browser. It's not even, there's no game right now. Yeah, they got some factory module, but all of that here is basically a chain program. It's not in the engine itself. To have a look at what is in engine here, we're going to have a look here in phase 2, which is the Unreal Engine 5 showroom module that we saw a little bit earlier, but that's not even live. They're still building it, and it's still just going to be a showroom module. It's not going to be an actual game. When you look here at the roadmap, there is simply nothing about the game itself. We're only looking at things regarding their cryptocurrency or about their web-based mini games, but there's nothing about the game in that. There's nothing that's being planned right here on their roadmap about the game that is in engine. Simply, and this makes me think that there's not even a game. According to what I'm seeing here, there is no game. Star Atlas is just a bunch of pictures and modules that they're showing on their website, and a marketplace where people are buying and selling JPEGs, and that is basically it at this store. And I'm pretty sure that this is something that makes Mr. Wagner over there quite content, because eventually, you know, he is taking a little share of every transaction that is happening between players as they buy and sell those ships here with cryptocurrencies, and this is how he is making money. But I don't see any game, and if there is, or if there is a game, or if there is going to be a game eventually, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be terrible based on all the low standards that we've been seeing in the content that has been created so far. And that's one major difference between Star Atlas and Star Citizen. A lot of people were calling Star Citizen a scam back in those days, but at least in the early days, the presentation from Star Citizen was impeccable and professional. Anyway, guys, that is all that there is to say regarding Star Atlas, which I think is really not a project that I'm going to be entering or supporting, simply because I was excited at the beginning, but in the end, I think that it's not even a scam. It's just worse than a scam. These people are, in my opinion, not professional. They don't know what they're doing. They're not gamers. They just saw that, oh yeah, there were some project in the past like Star Citizen that made a lot of money by selling shit. But eventually, you know, Star Citizen ended up delivering, and they had people that were well established in the industry. And this is not who the people are around the Star Atlas project. These people are not in the gaming industry. They are crypto financiers, but they have nothing to do with video games, and that's why this project is going to fail. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish you guys a wonderful day. It's been the Eradicator. Star Atlas, you have been eradicated, and to put it in the words of my friend Digi360.
Oh wait, they've updated the background. Okay, so wait. Okay, wait. There's no more white wall, at least. Let's. There's no. All right.
One of our primary objectives was to make sure that this new marketplace actually solved real.
I will see you guys later.